We're upgrading Dall-e 3 with the power of emojis. That's right, you can input just a simple string of emojis to prompt Dall-e 3 into creating some wild and oftentimes hilarious images with the help of some friends. We gave this new feature a test drive on today's episode of AI Roundup. What up, y'all? I am Phil Buck, your host of AI Roundup, and I want to send a shout out to Andrew on the Imagine YouTube channel for hipping me to the discovery that you can prompt Dall-e 3 with just emojis for some crazy results, so I had to give it a try. Let's dive right in. Okay, so first up, I tried out several of them: smiling face with hard eyes, drooling face, poultry leg, meat on bone, and hamburger, and this one did not disappoint. I mean, I love that you've got everybody in the image here. They have hard eyes. I mean, on the first one, it's three people sitting at a buffet of hamburgers, french fries, roasted chicken. They all have hard eyes. The second one's a little creepier. We got a mannequin who looks like it might be crying, or it could have like meat grease or something like that. The guy in the middle is ready to eat. So this one was, prime. I had to see if we could add some text in there. So we tried the phrase for me that I can't get out of my head: sweet meat in an 8 teriyaki. And there it is. It did a great job giving me a series of very strange roast chickens with the head still on, some stacked up, steak on a burger. All right, so next up, I asked for some help from the MMN team as well as our sister company OITVOIP, and I got some great suggestions. First up, this one's submitted by Jack Wagner. It's military helmet, dog face, dragon, evergreen tree, sunrise over mountains, and mountain. And we got these amazing images of a dog wearing a military helmet, with a dragon looming in the distance. The sun is setting. I mean, it's got everything. It's all there. It's got the mountain landscape. So I figured to keep track of these, I would just ask Dall-e 3, hey, can you add the text submitted by Jack Wagner? And it did. I mean, it doesn't keep the same image. It does a new interpretation and it injects that text in there, and it's not perfect. We got submitted with 3 T's and we got submitted or something like that. Next up, this one came from Brittany Laura, and it is a penguin, a crescent moon, shooting star, woman in lotus position, globe showing Americas, and a mosque. This one is a very peaceful penguin in front of the moon. It looks like you have several mosques in the background or along the horizon, the earth in the sky. So, I mean, I guess we're on the moon here, and meteorites falling all around us. This is a very, I love this image. It's very enchanting. So once again, I tried to inject the text submitted by Brittany Laura just so I could keep up. And the images were along the same lines. The penguin's on the earth this time, but we have all of the elements there. This one was a little more of an illustrated style. In fact, all the rest of the ones that I got were more illustrated style. And we actually got the text right on the second one, so that was pretty cool. Okay, this one came from Ash Tucker, and it features a rainbow, a face screaming in fear, a fly, a mushroom, a comet, and an X-ray. This one got really wild. I mean, the first one, I love it. The person with their face just like completely in black. I think it kind of... There's some themes here to this, but we have all the elements. We've got the rainbows. I guess the face there screaming in fear has been interpreted by that blackness. I guess maybe the fly has just delivered some strange language. And I love how the X-ray keeps giving like an arm and a cast, but it's dismembered, which is really strange. Some more versions we got by trying to get submitted by Ash Tucker in the text there, carrying a lot of the same themes. This person does look like they're probably screaming in fear to some degree. Their face is not big enough to totally see it, but we've got our fly, we've got our asteroids, we've got our dismembered hand, a totally different style. I really like this style. And then we finally got one where it says submitted by Ash Tucker with 2 Ks. So couldn't quite nail that one. Sorry, Ash, not sure what's going on there, but I really like this image too. They're all pretty trippy. I mean, they're all something I could look at for a while and marinate on. Okay, so now we got one from the MMM team. Matt Fox sent these: a clown face, man's shoe, party popper, musical note, and video camera, and got some really interesting results. Some, very celebratory, the clown wig on the clown shoes, the old school, old timey camera there, the musical notes in the background. It's got a lot going on. I mean, I like how it kind of infused the clown face into the shoes. That's what's been the most interesting to me, is to see how the emojis get kind of merged together. So I kept trying this to see if I could get the text submitted by Matt Fox on there. It didn't work the second time, but again, you see all the elements there, the clown with the big shoes, the camera, the musical notes are kind of worked into the background. And then this one we finally got submitted by Mathef.Fox. Much more cartoony, much more illustrative style. The huge shoes, again, the clown and the shoes getting infused together. The camera's back there, the musical notes, this worked out really well. Another one that Matt submitted, this one is for our very own super cousin Danny. He asked it to try to make pineapple and pizza slice. And I asked it to put the text on there just right off the bat, and it did it. Submitted by Matthew F. Fox for Danny. It can't get submitted right for some reason, but otherwise it's there. This is a very unorthodox arrangement of the pineapples on the pizza. I've never seen that around the border like that, and with the top of the pineapple for garnish. Let me know what you think of that, Danny. Would you eat this pineapple on pizza? Another one from the OITVOIP team. This was Steven Spalding who submitted this one, and it was a zany face in the clouds, alien monster, grinning cat with smiling eyes, and rainbow. And I'm sorry, Steven, I don't think I got the emojis quite right on this one, but we got some really interesting images. The first one, very playful, almost a Lisa Frank-esque interpretation of all these elements. On this one, I waited and tried to submit his name after the first image, and it did give me his name without spelling it correctly or submit it correctly, and the image completely changed on the second interpretation. I mean, in fact, it kind of threw me off. I was like, did it even remember what emojis I asked for? Because we've got elephants, we've got sun, a lot of clouds, so maybe something of that. I don't even see a rainbow. So I did try once again, and it still would not give me submitted by Steven Spalding in this one, and I'm still not sure it's got all the emojis in there. I mean, it's got clouds, it's got rainbows. I'm not sure if I can see a cat. Let me know if you spot them. I don't know that I see any alien monsters either, so maybe it was getting tired at this point. I'm not really sure. But this was a super fun experiment. I encourage everyone to go try it out. If you come up with anything fun, drop them in the MMN Discord. Let me see what you're making. Something that happened just last night before I decided to record this video is ChatGPT. It has kind of combined all the different multimodal options, so you can upload files, you can make images, you can browse the web, but all those things were in separate modes. Now they've been merged into one. You can do them all in the same GPT-4 thread. It has to be GPT-4. I say, can you interpret this image of me? Can you spice it up with these emojis as inspiration? Which it did. It had a little trouble, when I gave it these emojis. Smiling face with sunglasses, smiling face with horns, one of my favorites, rainbow. The one that I'm showing here looks like a jellyfish to me, but it says it's a parrot. And it also noted that this is, I guess, a relatively new emoji, so it's not supported everywhere, and maybe that's why. And then a palm tree. And, honestly, it did a pretty good job. It got the sunglasses, it got the horns, it got the rainbow, it got a parrot. So I thought it was worth pointing out the emoji discrepancy there, and some palm trees. So, I mean, hey, this is pretty interesting. I didn't take this experiment much further when I was just playing with the multimodal, upload an image and make me an image. But nonetheless, it was a fun little icing on the cake to be able to try that today. All right, guys, that is our AI Roundup for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you are enjoying what we're doing here on the show, as always, please help me out by liking this video, drop a comment, and sub to the channel, and follow us on social media at MSP Media TV. And you can email news@mspmedia.tv or call us 833-MSP Network. I'm Phil Buck, and this has been your November 13th episode of AI Roundup, and I'll see you next time.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.